Hey folks, Sandy's Guitars here. So I actually got a pretty interesting comment on one of my videos. And you can see the comment below asking me to show my pedal board. It's fair. I've been showcasing a lot of other people's pedal boards and talking about pedals for quite a while now. So it's only fair for me to show you what I'm using. Now I do feel you're going to be a little bit underwhelmed. I don't use anything that's really crazy or really expensive. Most of the stuff you can find, it's pretty easy to find. It's not that hard. But yeah, I'm happy to show you what I use. Now the other thing, a couple of things I am going to say, I don't really play out much anymore. That's why I'm doing a YouTube channel nowadays. It just doesn't fit into my own personal life. But I do have a pedal board that I use to test out guitars and just to practice on my own. And I'm one of those guys who I'm always constantly swapping out stuff. So anyway, let's get right into it. Here's what's on my pedal board right now. All right, folks. So as requested, here is a tour of my own pedal board. So start off pretty basic. I go into a tuner, Snark tuner. I love it. It's got a really big display. Works great. Next up, gotta go with the classic Boss Blues Driver, BD2. Can't go wrong. I don't really personally see a point in going with the, what is it, the Waza one. This one does what I need it to. Next up, classic Big Muff. I love it. Then, this is one you might not have seen too much of. They're a relatively new company. They're actually made in Singapore. So this is A Labs, and this is the Nova Drift. And it's a multi-modulation pedal. So it's got tremolo, it's got phaser, it's got chorus. And yeah, I like to mess around with it. Then, next pedal that we have, also a bit of a classic, the TC Electronic Flashback Delay. A bunch of different types of delay. There's 2 or 3 on there that I really like. One's just the classic tape delay, and then there's like there's a couple other ones that I like too on it. And then I like to go through a Ditto looper. Just to, like, this pedal board I mostly just use to practice, test gear out. And like, I like to switch out pedals quite a bit, so I'm gonna go through that in a second. Some of the pedals that like are in my personal collection that I like to kind of swap in and out as needed. But yeah, in general, that's what's on the board right now. So I figured I'd do a quick tour. And I run all of that into my Fender Deluxe Reverb tube amp. This one's a limited edition they made in like a classic tweed Tolex kind of there. So but yeah, that's what's on the board right now. And next up, I'll show you some of the stuff that I really like to kind of swap in and out. I'm constantly swapping out pedals for this kind of stuff. Yeah, there you go. Now, like I said, folks, that's what's on my pedal board right now, but I'm constantly swapping out stuff. So for the next part of the video, I'm going to go through some of the pedals that are in my personal collection. And yeah, you can tell me, maybe you can leave a comment, tell me what you like, what is on your pedal board. I'd really love to know. Also, I should preface this. This is not just a chance for me to show off, okay? And I always feel like, I'm always concerned when I see videos like this, like, okay, what, you're just showing off the stuff that you have. I am going to talk a little bit about like why I have these different pedals, the different sounds that I can get out of them. And that's actually what you should be looking at this as. Which of these pedals can add to your art? What part can add to your music? So, but anyway, there's going to be a fair amount of cuts because I kind of go and grab the pedals as we go. But here we go. Here's some of my other personal pedals that I like to swap in and out on the pedal board. Shoot, I should also mention that a lot of the pedals, I've already done videos on them, but some of them I haven't. So you are kind of getting a bit of a preview for some upcoming demos. One of the ones that's on the board right now is actually the A Labs Nova Drift. I'm actually planning on doing a video on that in the next few months at some point. But yeah, there's a couple others that I haven't done videos, but most of them I have. So Check my page. You can find a bunch of videos for other stuff. Anyway, here we go. The first extra pedal that I'm actually going to talk about is relatively new, and that is the Danelectro Daddy-O Overdrive. I'm not going to talk about this too much, but it's an overdrive pedal that it's got kind of a unique tone that I personally really love. Makes me think garage rock, and yeah, I haven't done a video on this one. I'm planning a video on this one and another Danelectro that I picked up, because this is an old one. It's from the 90s. But yeah, these are a lot of fun. If you can find one, you should grab it, pick one up. And the next one's kind of another classic, the Digitech Grunge pedal. Sometimes you just got to get your Kurt Cobain on. Now, I know I did a demo on this one. This is the Walrus Audio Slow. This is a reverb pedal that actually has a pretty cool effect. So, for example, if like I'm in the middle of playing a chord, so say I play an A chord. If I hit this second button, assuming it's in the right mode, which it's the dream mode, if I hit that the sustain button right here, it'll actually make a reverb echo in the sound of whatever I just played, which it can really do some fun soundscape stuff. I really like it. It's a lot of fun to play with. Yeah. Now, the next one is actually from a company that I wasn't even aware made pedals until I got this pedal in a trade. So this is the Laney Black Country Customs. There we go. And crafted in the UK. The Monolith. This is a 3-stage... Actually, I don't think that's correct. It has 3 different types of distortion / overdrive sound. Really nice. Kind of some hi-fi sounds, I find. But this is a really good pedal. If you can find one, check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Okay, so I'm kind of a sucker for this one. The MXR Custom Badass 78 Distortion. Now, this is essentially just a modded out Boss DS1. But I don't know. I just love the sound of it. It's a great pedal. I bought it for my birthday one year. I sold it to a guy, and then like 8 months later, I bought it off the same guy. So, oops. But yeah, can't go wrong with it. I love it. Now, while I love the slow pedal for my reverb sound, sometimes you just want kind of like a basic reverb sound. So I actually have a JHS 3 series reverb pedal. Relatively basic reverb sound, but it works great. I should also take this opportunity. So Josh, the CEO of JHS Pedals, if you're not aware, he was actually recently in a bicycle accident and, well, got hurt pretty badly. So Josh, like, we've never met, but I just want to say, I hope you're getting better. I hope you're feeling better. And yeah, can't wait to see when you're able to do some videos again. If you haven't already, check out JHS Pedals. They've got a pile. He's got a pile of videos. He truly is an expert on pedals. He's got a ton of stuff online. Check his channel out. Okay, so the next 2 pedals are actually both from Phase Amplification. These are actually pedals made right here in Windsor. So this one, I find it has a... I find it's got a sound that's really good for like Southern rock. This is the Daisy Cutter. And I mean, I love it. This happens to be my favorite though. This is the Brown sound. It's a Marshall in a box. Okay. Really creamy tone. It just sounds great. But yeah, these are made by Phase Amplification. Check them out online. I'll leave a link to Phase Amplification in the description. He can make you these. They're not a terrible price. Buy them, support local. Okay, so next up is actually the Freeze. This is from Electro Harmonics, and it's Electro Harmonics. And yeah, this one has an interesting little effect. So basically it's kind of does the same thing like with the sustain on the Walrus Audio Slow. it'll sustain a note. So if I hit a chord and then I hit this, it'll play that chord. I mean, there's some similarity to it in the looper, and it does take a little bit of practice to get it right, but you can get some pretty cool sounds. I find that it's kind of fun to, with this, I don't know, it just creates an interesting effect, and I've seen it used in shows to a really good effect. So yeah, check it out. They're fun. Okay, so another one would actually be this Dan Electro Cool Cat Chorus. This is an old school pedal. It's also the only pedal that I have which is actually an 18 volt. It's just got a really good chorus sound. It's a real simple chorus pedal. Built like a tank. I mean, this thing's almost 30 years old. It still sounds great. Now, this next pedal is super basic, and I'm sure everyone has something this or something like it. Real simple. Dunlop Crybaby. Do I really need to say much more? Classic for a reason. I like my wah to be pretty smooth. I love the sound of this. And finally, this is probably the most personal pedal that I own, is this one. You'll notice it has no names. It's actually a pretty simple boost pedal. My grandfather was a musician like me, and he was also a luthier, meaning he built guitars. And he also liked to dabble in creating his own pedals. So this is actually one that he built and he used. So I keep it. He's the one who actually taught me how to play guitar, at least taught me my first chords anyway. So I love to hold on to it. It's a lot of fun. Again, it's just a really simple boost, but you know, a lot of sentimental value here. Anyway, folks, that's pretty much my personal pedal collection. Like, I have other pedals here, but I mean, most of that stuff's really just for the channel. I kind of make a differentiation between the stuff that I use for the channel and the stuff that is my own. And like, you kind of have to. I mean, like, obviously I want this channel to grow. Please subscribe. But I'm not at the size yet where companies are coming up to me saying, hey, here's some stuff, please demo it. That's not happening. So I've been funding this channel entirely on my own. So yeah, I've had to create a differentiation between this is my stuff, this is the channel stuff. And the channel stuff, I demo it, I show it, I review it, and then I'll be honest, guys, I'm probably selling it to find more stuff to show you guys how gear works. Now, sometimes I'll get something that is supposed to be a channel item, and I just fall in love with it and decide, nope, that one's for me. But for the most part, I try and keep them as separate as possible. I don't think I have anything that's really out of the ordinary. I think all the stuff that I have, like, there's no boutique pedals here, I don't think. I'm not using anything really fancy or anything like that. And that's the good news, guys. You don't have to. Like, honestly, a lot of this stuff, and I try and show this on the channel, I try and show you guys how you can, frankly, save a bit of cash. Because, like, well, the Blues Driver is a perfect example, okay? I love the Blues Driver. It's a great pedal. There are so many overdrive pedals that are an exact clone of it. Or damn close, anyway. So, take all this with a grain of salt. I was happy to show you. I hope I've solved your curiosity about what I personally use. And if you've gained any value from this, well, then I accomplished something with this video. Anyway, like and subscribe, click the little button, leave a comment, tell me what is on your pedal board. I would love to know. Check me out on my other social media links. They'll all be in the description. There's TikTok, there's Twitter, there's Facebook, and there's Instagram. Take care, guys. This is Sandy's Guitars. Take care.